Morning, YouTubies. How's it going? Okay, I'll give you a little bit of update on my soap opera. That's what it feels like lately. Last 2 months have been crazy. Since my mama died, and then now dealing with my dad. Like, bad enough before mom died, but now it's like, okay. This is going to be a little bit jumbled because my brain is just jumbled right now because of dealing with the old fart. Crap. Hang on. I got another bloody nose. I think. Not totally, but I feel like it's trying to start. I've been getting bloody noses the last couple days because stress, because of dad. Well, that's why I can figure it's stress. Until this last year, I've never had a bloody nose in my entire life. And the first two that I had, it was in the middle of winter, so I figured it was probably dry air then. But last 3 or 4 that I've had the last couple days, I'm thinking primarily stress. Why did my screen just get all dark? Why? Hopefully it'll look better later. Hope I don't have to redo this again. But anyway, okay. I had some videos had already made and that covered all this, but I wasn't happy with how they turned out. So this is a redo of a redo of a redo of a redo. Look, guys. Oh, little teddy birdie on the hood. Hi. You are adorable. Yeah. You're a good distraction. Ugh, I can't even talk. Oh. Little tiny sparrow had landed on the hood of the car. It's like, oh. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. I totally forgot. Crap. Oh, well, I guess part of it is last couple of days I've been so stressed out that I've been getting bloody noses, which is not fun. Like I said, I've never had them until recently. But, okay. May 20th, Anthony and I had a doctor's appointment with our doctor here in town. We got done with the doctor's appointment and we walked out and was heading to the car when some dude was sitting outside with a dog and offered us a free dog. At first I was going to decline because I feared I was going to get shot down yet again by Dad and Anthony. Well, actually, it's usually been Dad and Mom in past when I get shot down if I want a dog. But I walked out, and this guy, I guess he lives in a trailer park, and the trailer park manager decided to be a douchebag and tell everybody that they had to get rid of all their pets. And they had a week to do so. So on May 20th, I guess that was the last day that the guy had to rehome the dog, or else it was going to be euthanized. Anthony and I were both animal lovers, and we just could not see that happening. So surprisingly, Anthony said yes. I was like, what? What? Because I was in such shock about it. It's like, no way. I'm still in shock. I still cannot believe I actually have a dog. I've wanted a dog so long. And I finally have a dog. So, this guy, we followed him and his, I don't know what they were to him. I don't know if it was his kids or some kind of relatives. Followed him back to their house, their trailer. And they gave us a brand new bag of dog food that had only been opened that day. Gave us the dog's squeaky ball, tug toy, and a stuffed animal that is already missing most of its stuffing. So yeah. The dog is named Jax. He is a black-mouthed cur. Think of the old Yeller movie. That was a black-mouthed cur. But in the movie, that dog was a lighter color than my dog. My dog is more of a reddish brown. Old Yeller was more of a kind of a golden tan, I guess you'd say. A light golden tan. So yeah, I guess there's different color variations, but mine's kind of he's a redhead like me. So his name's Jax Teller, as in Sons of Anarchy. I didn't name him, he's already pre-named. So I figured Jax sticks. They didn't say the Teller part, but that's what I'm thinking when I think of Jax. So hey. So Jax, oh my god, awesome dog. He did growl at me for like the first 1.5 days, because he didn't know me, he didn't trust me yet. Plus I kept accidentally looking him in the eye, which I found out that I guess that breed maybe doesn't necessarily like being looked in the eye when they first meet somebody or something. I'm still learning on all this stuff about him and his breed and everything. But got him home, and Anthony, of course, he got out of the car and he immediately went in the house, because it's a struggle for him to stay in the car or anything. It hurts his body and everything. So he was heading in the house, and he let Dad know that something out in the car that I wanted to show him. I hadn't said that, but Anthony let him know that, because we're going to have to show Dad the dog eventually. So might as well get it done with. So Dad came out, seen the dog, immediately got mad, tried to tell me to take the dog back. So him and I got into it, because I'm tired of being treated like a 13-year-old. I'm tired of being treated like a child and not being... Dad has no respect for me or anybody else. He just wanted to, because it's not, see, he likes dogs, but because this wasn't his idea, he didn't want it. So him and I had a big go around about it, and I let him know I'm tired of being treated like a child. Well, at that time I was 55, and I'm being treated like a 13-year-old. It's like, no, I'm not standing for being treated like that anymore. I mean, Anthony and I, we live there. We help with the food. We help with the utilities. For the last 8 years, as well as the last 8 years, we have paid half on the house payments. So I should be able to, as an adult, be able to make my own decisions about getting a dog. Most of the time, I don't ask for anything. I'm always helping everybody else, and I don't ask for anything for myself usually, unless I order a little bit of stuff off of Temu or Wish, which Anthony is okay with. You know, that's all I ask for myself. Which I need to ask for more, because I need to get some new clothes. But so I was like, no, I held my ground and I kept the dog. Well, so I put him in the back, Jack's in the backyard, played with him for a while. Oh my god, he loves to play. That dog, he has so much energy. I'm going to have to figure out ways, I'm going to have to get creative with ways of helping him play even though I don't always have the energy to play with him. I get one of those toys where you hang from a tree that you can pull on it and tug on it and everything. Things like that. And I got all kinds of ideas of how to play with him or make him happy. But so the next day I brought Jax with me to dialysis. One day I think I went to dialysis. Dad argued with me on that, thinking I shouldn't take him with me. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm taking him with me. I want to get to know Jax. I want that to be our bonding time, and at least get to know each other and spend the day with him. He wasn't going to let me take my own dog. It's like, excuse me? I took my own dog. So, Brian brought Jax here with me to dialysis. And, oh, by the way, I think I mentioned it. He growled at me for the first day and a half. He found out while here at dialysis, he growls at everybody that he doesn't know. So I'm in the process of ordering a muzzle. I don't think he'd bite anybody. He growls like an angry old man, like a grumpy old man is what he sounds like. And it sounds like, get away from me. I don't know you. I don't trust you yet. Leave me alone. That kind of thing. He never shows his teeth. At least he hasn't as of yet. To me. So, but I figured just in case, to make everybody else feel more comfortable and stuff, I'm going to get a muzzle for him. But I was going to get one of those kind that velcros over the mouth. And I found out last night that's not a good kind because it doesn't allow them to pant like they need to. That's how they breathe. So I'm getting one that's kind of got they have the kind that's got the metal enclosure. But I don't really want the metal. I don't think so, at least. So I'm thinking about going with the kind that's silicone. I think silicone. Where it's the muzzle will actually collapse if need be, but it still protect him from doing anything to anybody, which I don't think he would. But also he's still able to pant. He's still able to drink water and eat food, have treats. Depending on the toy, he might still be able to play with the toy, things like that. I want to make it where he's most comfortable and happy, but yet make other people feel safe, if that makes sense. I'm also in the process of ordering my harness, so dog harness. Oh yeah, I brought him here with dialysis with me, and he growled at everybody all day long. He stopped growling as much towards the end of the day, and he actually stopped growling at me completely by the end of the day we left to go home, which was good. Granted, a day or two later, he still growled at me a little bit when I had pat him on the side of his rib cage, and he didn't like that. He growled and let me know. It's like, okay, I get it. I'll leave you alone. Or like last night, I reached down and gave him a hug. He didn't like that. He was like, I was like, okay. I don't know not to do that. At least not yet. Maybe a little in time, after he gets used to me a little bit more. He's actually already getting used to me more. He'll actually come up and he'll drop his head and put his head up against my leg, like, love me, love me, love me. You want me to give him scritches and stuff. So, I love this dog. I've been so happy since I got this dog. And Dad is trying to ruin that for me. The other day, when we came to dialysis, we we're driving home, and also we got the phone call that Dad had broke down. His truck had broke down up in town. So we had to go give him a ride. Yeah. Okay, good. It's not bleeding. Each time it runs now, I'm like worried. But yeah, so we had to go pick him up, and we brought him home. Well, when we got parked, Dad was the first one to get out of the car. I mean, he got out of the car like lickety split. I'm thinking, wow, that's unusual. What's up with that? Well, Dad got out of the car and went and stood next to the tree. It was like 7 or 8 feet away, while keeping an eagle eye on Anthony, as Anthony struggled to get out of the car and to get ready to go in the house because he wasn't feeling good. And I'm thinking, why is Dad over there watching Anthony? But here I am still trying to get my stuff together so I could get out of the car. Well, as I'm getting out of the car, Dad called me over wanting to talk to me. He had something he wanted to tell me. I'm thinking, oh boy, what's wrong here? That ain't has something to do with a dog. Sure enough, bingo! He ordered me to get rid of the dog. And I'm like, excuse me? If you want to order me, then we'll see about moving even quicker. I let him know I don't want to move, but if you want to push the issue, then we will move. I'm an adult. I should be able to be treated like an adult. The dog's not hurting anybody. It's actually giving me a lot more exercise and sunshine, smiles and laughs than I've had in a coon's age. Whatever a coon's age is. Well, him and I got into it big time. Oh my God. And I didn't hold anything back when arguing with him. He tried to tell me that I needed to get rid of the dog. I needed to take it back to wherever it came from. That the dog was dangerous. He feared for his life because of the dog. And, while we were at dialysis that day, and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, really? What'd you do to the dog? I know your history with dogs. I've actually seen him with my own eyes, and it's still engraved in my brain. And I can still see it fresh in my mind of him whipping at least 4 different dogs when I was younger with a chain, a dog chain. So yeah, my first thought was, yeah, what'd you do to the dog to cause him for you to fear for your life? Of course, he tried to play innocent and that he didn't do anything. Like, Anybody that had been here during the day when I brought him to dialysis with us, he growled, but he never showed his teeth or nothing. He growled and he'd hide his face, behind me or something. I'm not saying he wouldn't bite anybody, because I don't know. I don't know his history or anything yet. I'm still getting to know him. That's why I'm going to be getting a muzzle for in case. But from what I've seen so far, he's just like a cranky old man. He's just like giving warning signs like, hey, leave me alone. I don't want to be messed with. I've never been afraid of him. Now, in past, I've had a dog. A friend of ours had found a half Australian Shepherd, half Doberman Pinscher alongside the road because he our friend Steve knew that I had always wanted a Australian Shepherd. And that dog I was actually afraid of, because he started out trying to lunge from my ankles, then he started lunging from my, you know, upper part of my legs, and he just kept working his way up until he was trying to lunge from my throat. Like, this one's going, I'm scared of this one. That's the only dog I've ever been afraid of, like truly afraid of. So I'm gonna have to pause so I can start at part 2. So come back for part 2. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell. And I'll catch you again later. I'll catch you in part 2.